Have you ever wondered what it truly takes to live a meaningful life? In the endless rush of responsibilities, ambitions, and distractions, it's easy to lose sight of what matters. But imagine if you could step into the shoes of those who have walked the path before you, those who have lived long enough to understand life's deepest truths. What if their wisdom could help you avoid unnecessary pain, embrace joy, and find clarity? Wisdom doesn't come automatically with age. It's shaped by experience, the struggles, triumphs, and lessons learned over decades. The advice from older generations holds timeless insights into love, failure, resilience, and purpose. It's not just a series of nice-sounding words, it's a guide to living with intention, peace, and strength. And once you learn these life lessons, you will never be the same. This isn't just about hearing stories or following advice. It's about transformation. These lessons challenge you to rethink your priorities, let go of what no longer serves you, and embrace the beauty of imperfection. They remind you that the best life isn't one free of hardship, but full of courage, growth, and gratitude. In this article, once you learn these life lessons, you will never be the same. Advice from old people. We'll explore 12 powerful truths shared by those who have experienced the highs and lows of life. These lessons will inspire you, challenge you, and guide you toward becoming the best version of yourself. If this resonates with you, don't stop here. Share this wisdom with others. Like this article, subscribe to our channel, Victory Stoic, for more life-changing insights, and leave a comment below. Share your own story or affirm your commitment with this powerful phrase: I choose to grow through life's lessons. Get ready, because what you're about to discover isn't just advice. It's a key to unlocking the life you've always wanted. Let's begin. Number 1. Time is your most precious resource. Time is the silent river that flows ceaselessly, carrying us forward whether we are ready or not. Unlike money, which can be earned and saved, or possessions which can be replaced, time is an irreplaceable currency. Every second that passes is gone forever, a chapter closed in the book of your life. And yet, how often do we squander this invaluable resource, treating it as though it were infinite? Picture a sand hourglass. Each grain represents a moment of your life, slipping away one by one. You cannot turn the glass upside down. You cannot retrieve what's already fallen. The grains that remain are your present and your future, and it's up to you to decide how to use them. The older generation, who have watched their grains of sand dwindle, often say the same thing: I wish I had spent my time differently. They speak of regrets, not for the things they failed to buy, but for the moments they missed, the dreams they postponed, and the relationships they neglected. Their wisdom is a gift, urging us to treasure the time we have before it's too late. The Stoic perspective. Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor and philosopher, wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." For the Stoics, every moment was an opportunity to live fully and authentically, with the understanding that time waits for no one. They believed that by focusing on the present and using time wisely, we honor the life we've been given. What does this mean for you? 1. Prioritize what matters. Spend time on what aligns with your values, be it family, passions, or personal growth. Don't let trivial distractions consume your precious hours. 2. Guard against wasted time. Ask yourself, is this activity worth the limited time I have? Let go of mindless scrolling, procrastination, or anything that doesn't serve your goals. 3. Embrace each moment. Even the simplest acts, like sharing a meal with loved ones or taking a quiet walk, become profound when approached with mindfulness and gratitude. A final thought. Time is the canvas on which you paint the story of your life. Will you let it remain blank, filled with regrets and missed opportunities? Or will you create a masterpiece? As the grains of sand continue to fall, let every moment count. Don't wait for the future to live fully. Start today. The clock is ticking, but that's not a reason to panic. It's a call to action. Choose to spend your time on what truly matters, and you'll find that even the shortest of lives can be profoundly meaningful. Number 2, relationships are the foundation of happiness. As we navigate life, it's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of success, wealth, and achievements. But in the end, what truly fills our hearts with joy isn't the possessions we accumulate. It's the connections we nurture. Relationships, not riches, are what leave us fulfilled when all else fades. The wisdom of Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs, the brilliant mind behind Apple, was a man who transformed the world with his vision and innovation. Yet in his final days, he reflected not on his groundbreaking achievements or his billions of dollars, but on the relationships he had built, or failed to build. In a moving reflection before his passing, Jobs admitted that while he had reached the pinnacle of success, it was love and connection that gave life its true meaning. He expressed regret that his relentless focus on work often came at the expense of his family and loved ones. In his words, "The wealth I have accumulated in my life cannot be taken with me. What I can take are only the memories precipitated by love." Napoleon's lesson on leaving it all behind. Even Napoleon Bonaparte, one of history's most powerful and ambitious leaders, understood this profound truth at the end of his life. Upon his death, Napoleon's instructions were to have his coffin crafted with 2 holes, leaving his hands outside for all to see. Why? To symbolize that no matter how much power, wealth, or land he had conquered, he left the world empty-handed. Napoleon's life serves as a stark reminder. Even those who command empires cannot take their material possessions into the grave. What remains are the memories, the relationships, and the love we share with others. The Stoic perspective. The Stoics too emphasize the importance of meaningful relationships. Seneca wrote, "We are waves of the same sea, leaves of the same tree, flowers of the same garden." For the Stoics, life was about interconnectedness. They believed that relationships were not just a source of joy, but a vital part of human existence. What this means for you. 1. Prioritize people over possessions. Make time for family and friends. Celebrate milestones, share laughter, and create memories that will outlast anything material. 2. Invest in meaningful connections. Focus on quality, not quantity. A few deep and supportive relationships are far more fulfilling than a large circle of shallow acquaintances. 3. Be present. When you're with loved ones, give them your full attention. Put down your phone, listen actively, and cherish the moments you have together. A final thought. At the end of life, the scoreboard isn't measured by wealth or titles, it's measured by the love you gave and received. As Steve Jobs and Napoleon realized, material success pales in comparison to the warmth of human connection. Relationships are the true treasure we carry, the foundation of happiness that sustains us through life's joys and trials. Don't wait until it's too late to value the people who matter most. Reach out, connect, and nurture those relationships now. Because in the end, love is the only legacy that lasts. Number 3. Failure is not the end. It's a lesson. Life has a way of teaching us through challenges, whether we like it or not. It seems that, from the moment we are born, we are placed on a journey of growth, a journey filled with lessons disguised as hardships. The truth is, failure is not a punishment, it is a teacher. If we avoid the lesson, it will reappear, often louder and more painful, until we face it and grow. The cycle of lessons. Think of life as a classroom. Every challenge, setback, or disappointment is a new chapter in the curriculum. When we refuse to face these lessons, when we ignore the hardships or try to escape them, they don't simply disappear. Instead, they return, often amplified, until we confront them head-on. For instance, avoiding conflict in relationships doesn't make the problem go away. It often leads to repeated patterns of misunderstanding or emotional pain in future relationships. Similarly, avoiding accountability at work might seem like a temporary relief, but it often results in larger failures down the line. A Stoic reminder. The Stoics embraced failure as an essential part of growth. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This profound insight teaches us that the obstacles we face are not roadblocks. They are the very path we must walk to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Why failure is a gift. 1. It builds resilience. Every time you stumble and rise again, you strengthen your ability to endure and overcome future challenges. 2. It provides clarity. Failure often illuminates what doesn't work, guiding you closer to what does. It is a process of elimination that refines your path. 3. It teaches humility. Success can inflate the ego, but failure grounds you. It reminds you that growth is ongoing and that there is always room to learn. Facing lessons. Instead of avoiding them. 1. Embrace the challenge. When life throws a curveball, resist the urge to run or ignore it. Ask yourself, what is this teaching me? Facing the challenge is the first step to mastering it. 2. Learn from repetition. Notice patterns in your life. Are you facing the same issues repeatedly? These are likely lessons you've been avoiding. Tackle them now, before they grow larger. 3. Take responsibility. Blaming others for failures only delays your growth. Own your mistakes and use them as stepping stones to a better future. A powerful example. Consider a person who continually changes jobs because they struggle with authority figures. At first, leaving one job may seem like the solution to avoiding confrontation. But over time, the same issue arises again and again, forcing them to either address their inability to work with others or continue the exhausting cycle of dissatisfaction. Growth only begins when they choose to face the discomfort and learn from it. Final thought. Failure is not your enemy. It is a messenger, a guide, and a necessary force for growth. Life doesn't hand you challenges to punish you. It offers them to prepare you. The more you resist the lesson, the louder it will return. But when you embrace it, you unlock the door to transformation. As Thomas Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Each failure brings you closer to success, not just in your pursuits, but in becoming the person you are meant to be. So the next time life presents you with a challenge, don't run. Step forward with courage. Face the lesson, and you'll discover that failure is not the end. It's the beginning of something greater. Number 4. Gratitude changes everything. Gratitude is more than just a fleeting feeling. It's a perspective, a way of life that has the power to transform how we see the world and ourselves. In a society that often glorifies chasing the next big thing, gratitude offers a profound counterbalance, reminding us that fulfillment doesn't come from acquiring more, but from appreciating what we already have. The power of gratitude. When we pause to reflect on what we're grateful for, something remarkable happens. The relentless focus on what's missing fades, replaced by a deep awareness of abundance. Gratitude rewires the mind to seek positivity, even in the most difficult moments. It's not about denying hardship, but about recognizing that, even amidst struggle, there are things to cherish. The beauty of gratitude is its simplicity. It doesn't require wealth, status, or perfection. It's accessible to anyone willing to take a moment to look inward and outward with appreciation. Why gratitude transforms lives. 1. Shifts perspective. Gratitude redirects your focus from lack to abundance. Instead of obsessing over what you don't have, you celebrate what you do. 2. Builds resilience. Even in adversity, gratitude reminds you of what's still good and strong in your life, providing a foundation to rebuild from. 3. Enhances relationships. Expressing gratitude to others strengthens bonds and fosters trust. It reminds those around you of their importance in your life. How to practice gratitude. Morning reflection. Start your day by naming 3 things you're grateful for. It could be as simple as the warmth of your bed, a sunrise, or the support of a loved one. 2. Gratitude journaling. Dedicate a notebook to jot down daily moments of appreciation. Over time, this practice becomes a collection of positivity to revisit during tough times. 3. Express gratitude to others. Tell someone you appreciate them. A heartfelt thank you can brighten their day and deepen your connection. A Stoic perspective. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not indulge in dreams of having what you do not have, but reckon up the chief of the blessings you do possess, and then thankfully remember how you would crave them if they were not yours." This Stoic wisdom is a call to ground ourselves in the present and acknowledge the gifts we often take for granted. Why gratitude matters. Gratitude doesn't just change how you see your circumstances, it changes how you see yourself. A grateful heart feels full, even when life isn't perfect. It teaches you that abundance isn't measured by possessions, but by the richness of your experiences, relationships, and the simple joys that surround you. A final thought, life is fleeting, and every moment is a gift. Gratitude allows you to savor it fully, to find beauty in imperfection, and to anchor yourself in the present. When you choose gratitude, you're not just changing your outlook, you're changing your life. So, take a deep breath. Look around. What can you appreciate in this very moment? Let gratitude be your guide, and you'll discover that even in the simplest things, there is extraordinary richness. Truly, gratitude changes everything. Number 5. Health is your greatest asset. Your body is more than just a vessel. It's the universe you inhabit, a complex and miraculous system designed to support you through every step of life's journey. Within it lies immense power, the ability to heal, grow, and adapt. Yet, in the rush of daily life, we often forget this profound truth. We neglect the very foundation that sustains us, trading our health for short-term gains, only to realize its irreplaceable value when it's too late. The universe within, inside your body, is a universe of astonishing complexity. Your heart beats over 100,000 times a day without you even thinking about it. Your lungs tirelessly provide oxygen, fueling your every thought and movement. Millions of cells work in harmony, each performing its role to keep you alive. This intricate system is nothing short of miraculous, a testament to the resilience and brilliance of life. Yet this universe isn't invincible. Neglect it and it falters. Push it too far and it breaks. Unlike material wealth or external accolades, your health cannot be replaced or fully restored once lost. That's why it's not just an asset, it's your greatest treasure. The cost of neglect. Many people spend their youth chasing success, only to spend their success trying to reclaim their health. The late Steve Jobs, reflecting on his battle with illness, once said, "The wealth I have accumulated pales in comparison to my health. If I could trade all my riches for more time, I would." Health isn't just about avoiding disease, it's about thriving. When you neglect your body, you not only limit your lifespan, but also your ability to fully experience and enjoy life. What good is wealth or accomplishment if your body cannot carry you to enjoy it? The Stoic perspective. Epictetus reminds us, first, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. If you want to live a life of purpose and fulfillment, it begins with honoring the vessel that carries you. To neglect your health is to neglect your ability to live in alignment with your goals and values. Caring for the universe within. 1. Prioritize movement. Regular exercise strengthens not only your body but also your mind. It boosts energy, reduces stress, and enhances your ability to focus. 2. Nourish yourself. Food is more than fuel. It's information for your cells. Choose nourishment that empowers your body and mind to perform at their best. 3. Rest and recharge. Sleep isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Give your body the time it needs to repair, restore, and prepare for the challenges of a new day. Practice self-compassion. Listen to your body. Rest when you're tired, hydrate when you're thirsty, and seek help when you're unwell. Self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. Why health matters. Your body is the only home you truly have. Every thought you think, every goal you pursue, every connection you cherish is made possible by the health of this incredible machine. Treating it with care and respect isn't just an act of survival, it's an act of gratitude for the gift of life. A final thought. Imagine the universe within you, a symphony of organs, cells, and systems working tirelessly to keep you alive. Your body deserves more than mere survival. It deserves the chance to thrive. Don't wait for a wake-up call to recognize the value of your health. Take care of this miraculous vessel now so it can carry you through the adventures, challenges, and joys that life has in store. As the Stoics would say, the foundation of a good life is a strong body and a clear mind. Nurture both and you'll find yourself not just surviving, but truly living. Number 6. Accept that life is not fair. Life is a battlefield, not a courtroom. It owes us no justice, no equality, and no guarantees. My friends and I, weathered decades of triumphs and tragedies, have come to terms with this harsh truth. Life is not fair. There are those born into privilege, inheriting opportunities on silver platters, while others struggle relentlessly just to stay afloat. This imbalance, however cruel, is not a defect of life. It is its essence. The reality of inequality. There will always be someone who has more than you. More wealth, more success, more love. Conversely, there will always be those who have less. This spectrum of experiences is not an anomaly, but a universal law, a reminder that life does not operate on scales of fairness. Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." To dwell on life's inequities is to waste precious energy on what you cannot control. Instead, true power lies in accepting this reality and focusing on your response to it. Bittersweet lessons from life's unfairness. My friends and I once envied those who seemed to glide through life effortlessly. We raged against the unfairness of seeing others achieve without a struggle while we fought tooth and nail for every small victory. Over time, however, we realized that resentment is a hollow companion. It saps your spirit and blinds you to the blessings in your own life. For every person whose life seems golden, countless others are facing unimaginable hardship. Their struggles remind us of our privileges, no matter how small. Recognizing this duality, a world of both fortune and suffering, is not about comparing miseries, but about cultivating perspective. As Seneca observed, sometimes even to live is an act of courage. The Stoic perspective on injustice. Stoic philosophy offers a powerful lens to view life's inherent unfairness. It teaches us to differentiate between what is within our control and what is not. Epictetus advised, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Complaining about life's injustices will not change them, but by accepting them, we free ourselves from the shackles of resentment and gain clarity to act on what truly matters, channeling acceptance into action. Acknowledging life's unfairness is not an invitation to apathy. It's a call to focus on what you can control. Instead of lamenting the cards you've been dealt, play your hand with courage and resilience. Life's unfairness becomes an opportunity to grow, to build character, and to inspire others through your perseverance. Focus on gratitude. When life feels unjust, remember what you have. Gratitude is not about dismissing struggles, but finding strength in what remains. Seek meaning in adversity. Challenges and failures shape us. They force us to adapt, to learn, and to become stronger. Without them, there can be no growth. Be a beacon of fairness. Though life may not be fair, you can choose to act with integrity and kindness. As Marcus Aurelius reminded us, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one. A final thought. Life's unfairness is not a flaw, but a mirror. It reflects who we are and what we value. Imagine yourself standing in that mirror. Will you see a person consumed by bitterness, or someone who rises above circumstances to live with purpose and grace? Accepting life's lack of fairness is liberating. It allows you to let go of what you cannot control and focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Remember the Stoic lesson. The foundation of a meaningful life is not fairness, but resilience. And resilience, my friend, is something no one, not even life itself, can take away from you. Number 7. Money cannot buy happiness, but it can buy freedom. Money is one of life's most paradoxical forces. It doesn't bring happiness directly, yet its absence often brings despair. It cannot buy love or joy, but it can provide the freedom to pursue both. So, where does money fit in a life where relationships and experiences matter most? The answer lies in how we use it, the true role of money. At its core, money is a tool. It doesn't create happiness, but facilitates opportunities that enrich life. It enables choices, and with choices comes freedom. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "Wealth is the slave of a wise man and the master of a fool." When used wisely, money becomes a means to empower and support what truly matters: relationships, dreams, and peace of mind. Imagine this. You run a small business and barely have time for anything but work. One day, you decide to save enough money to take a week off and visit your family in Europe. The laughter, the stories shared, and the love exchanged during that trip stay with you forever. That's not happiness purchased by money. That's happiness created by the freedom money provides. Or picture a parent who can afford quality health care for their child. A serious illness arises, but thanks to financial stability, the child receives the best treatment possible. The family avoids the spiral of despair that comes with inadequate care. In moments like these, money becomes a lifeline, not a luxury. Freedom over luxury. The greatest gift money offers isn't luxury, it's the freedom to live life on your terms. It provides security to say no to a toxic job, the ability to support a loved one in need, or the chance to invest in your passions. Financial stability removes the constant stress of survival, allowing you to focus on what truly matters: relationships, personal growth, and meaningful pursuits. For instance, imagine a dream you've always had: starting a nonprofit, writing a book, or traveling the world. Without money, these dreams may remain just that, dreams. But with financial freedom, you can turn them into reality. Money allows you to transform ambition into action. Money's limitations. However, money has its limits. It can buy comfort but not contentment, possessions but not purpose. Many wealthy individuals have climbed the ladder of success, only to find themselves isolated and unfulfilled. True happiness is rooted in connections and a sense of purpose, neither of which can be bought. Take the example of someone who spends their life accumulating wealth, but loses their closest relationships in the process. At the end of their life, they may find their riches meaningless compared to the absence of love and companionship. Using money wisely. The key is to use money as a tool for good, for yourself and others. Here are a few ways to make money work in service of your values. Invest in experiences. Instead of spending on material possessions, invest in experiences that create lasting memories. A family road trip, a romantic weekend getaway, or even just a dinner with friends can be more meaningful than any luxury item. Help others. Use your wealth to make a difference. Whether it's helping a friend in need, donating to a cause, or paying for a stranger's meal, generosity creates a ripple effect of positivity that far outlasts material gains. Buy time. Money can give you the freedom to slow down, take time off work to rest, recharge, or be with loved ones. This could mean hiring help for household tasks or taking a sabbatical to pursue a personal goal. Secure your future. Save and invest to ensure you and your loved ones are protected against unforeseen challenges. Whether it's healthcare emergencies, educational opportunities for your children, or retirement planning. A balanced perspective. So is money truly important? Yes, but only insofar as it serves your higher values. As Marcus Aurelius reminded us, remember how brief is this life of ours. Money should never be the sole pursuit of life, but it can be a means to enrich it. The ultimate value of money lies not in accumulation, but in its potential to foster freedom, security. A final thought. At the end of the day, money is not what defines a life well lived. It's the love you give, the time you share, and the impact you leave behind. Use money wisely, not as a measure of worth, but as a tool to support the people and experiences that make life truly meaningful. After all, freedom, not fortune, is the ultimate treasure. Number 8. Learn to forgive. Forgiveness is one of the hardest life lessons, yet it is also one of the most liberating. At its core, forgiveness isn't about excusing the actions of others or condoning harm. It's about reclaiming your peace. It's about releasing the burden of resentment and freeing yourself from the prison of anger and pain. As the saying goes, forgiveness is not something we do for others. We do it for ourselves so we can heal and move on. The weight of resentment. Imagine carrying a heavy stone in your heart for years. It weighs you down, consumes your thoughts, and saps your energy. That stone is resentment. When someone hurts you, it's natural to feel angry or betrayed. But clinging to those feelings only prolongs your suffering. The person who wronged you may have moved on, but you remain shackled to the past. Consider a time when a friend or family member deeply hurt you. Perhaps they betrayed your trust or let you down when you needed them most. The pain was real, and so was your anger. But holding on to that anger didn't change what happened. It only prolonged your suffering. Forgiveness doesn't erase the hurt, but it releases you from its grip. Forgiveness is for you. Forgiveness is not about saying what you did was okay. It's about saying, I won't let what you did control me anymore. It's an act of self-compassion, a gift you give yourself to break free from the cycle of negativity. As Buddha once said, holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. When you forgive, you take back control. You choose peace over pain and healing over hurt. This doesn't mean forgetting or allowing the same harm to happen again. It means learning, setting boundaries, and moving forward without the weight of the past holding you back. The strength in letting go. Forgiving is not a sign of weakness. It's a profound act of strength. It takes courage to confront your pain, end it, and to release it. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, reminds us, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. Forgiveness is in your power. Revenge or bitterness may feel like justice in the moment, but they often leave you more empty than fulfilled. Forgiveness, on the other hand, creates space for growth and inner peace. Examples of forgiveness in action. Think of someone who forgave despite unimaginable pain. Perhaps a parent who lost a child to violence, but chose to forgive the perpetrator. Their forgiveness wasn't for the other person's benefit, it was for their healing. By letting go of hatred, they reclaimed their ability to find meaning and peace in life again. On a smaller scale, consider forgiving a colleague who wronged you at work, or a friend who said something hurtful. These acts of forgiveness may not change the past, but they free you to focus on what truly matters, your well-being and the relationships that uplift you. Steps to practice forgiveness. 1. Acknowledge the pain. Recognize your feelings and allow yourself to process them. Forgiveness doesn't mean suppressing emotions. 2. Understand the why. Reflect on why the other person may have acted as they did. This doesn't excuse their actions, but can help you develop empathy. 3. Choose to let go. Decide to release the anger and resentment. This is a conscious choice you may need to reaffirm over time. 4. Set boundaries. Forgiveness doesn't mean allowing the same harm to occur again. Protect yourself by setting healthy boundaries. 5. Focus on your peace. Remember, forgiveness is about your healing. Make it a priority to find peace within yourself. A final thought. Forgiveness is a journey, not a one-time decision. It may take time, and that's okay. What matters is your commitment to finding peace and freedom from the pain that holds you back. As you learn to forgive, remember this truth. Forgiveness isn't about who deserves it, it's about who needs it. And more often than not, the person who needs it most is you. Number 9. Live in the present. Life unfolds in moments, each fleeting and irreplaceable. Yet we often spend so much of our time trapped in the past or anxiously projecting into the future that we forget the only time we truly have, the present. As the philosopher and Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh reminds us, the present moment is the only moment available to us, and it is the door to all other moments. The trap of the past and the future. It's easy to fall into the trap of reliving past mistakes or dwelling on regrets. Perhaps you've replayed a conversation in your mind, wishing you could rewrite it, or carried guilt over choices you can no longer change. While reflecting on the past can provide valuable lessons, living in it robs you of the joys and opportunities of today. On the other hand, worrying about the future can be equally consuming. We fret over things that may never happen, build scenarios in our minds, and try to control outcomes beyond our reach. Yet, as the Stoic philosopher Seneca wrote, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Why the present matters. The present moment is where life happens. It's the only place you can act, feel, and connect. The past exists only in your memory, and the future is but a concept shaped by your imagination. When you focus on the here and now, you give yourself the chance to experience life fully, free from the weight of what has been or what might be. Imagine sitting with your family during dinner, but instead of engaging with them, you're thinking about tomorrow's deadlines or replaying an argument from yesterday. In doing so, you miss the laughter, the connection, and the small, beautiful moments unfolding right in front of you. Living in the present doesn't mean ignoring responsibilities or forgetting lessons from the past. It means embracing the now with awareness and intention. The gift of presence. To live in the present is to give yourself the gift of presence. It's the ability to savor the warmth of the sun on your face, to truly listen to a loved one without distraction, or to immerse yourself in a task with your full attention. These moments, though simple, are the threads that weave a meaningful life. Consider a parent playing with their child. If their mind is preoccupied with work or scrolling through their phone, the moment is lost. But if they engage fully, laughing, listening, and sharing joy, it becomes a memory both will cherish forever. The same applies to friendships, hobbies, and even your relationship with yourself. Being present enhances every aspect of life. Practicing presence. Learning to live in the present takes practice, especially in a world that constantly pulls us in different directions. Here are some ways to cultivate mindfulness and presence. 1. Pause and breathe. When you feel overwhelmed, take a moment to focus on your breath. This simple act grounds you in the present and clears your mind. 2. Limit distractions. Put down your phone, turn off notifications, and create space to fully engage with the people and activities around you. 3. Practice gratitude. Reflect on what you're grateful for in the moment. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant. 4. Embrace impermanence. Understand that every moment is fleeting. This awareness helps you appreciate what you have while it's here. 5. Engage fully. Whether it's a conversation, a meal, or a walk in nature, immerse yourself completely in the experience. A final thought. Living in the present doesn't mean ignoring the past or neglecting the future. It means balancing them with the richness of now. When you stop chasing what was or what might be, you find joy in what is. Remember, life is not measured by the milestones we achieve or the plans we make. It's measured by the moments we live. As the poet Mary Oliver beautifully asked, "Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life?" Whatever your answer, it can only begin in the present moment. Number 10. Patience is strength. In a world that glorifies instant gratification and quick success, patience can feel like a forgotten virtue. Yet, it remains one of the most powerful forces in life. True greatness, whether in relationships, personal growth, or accomplishments, requires time, effort, and the resilience to endure. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "No great thing is created suddenly, any more than a bunch of grapes or a fig. If you tell me that you desire a fig, I answer that there must be time. Let it first blossom, then bear fruit, then ripen." The beauty of slow growth. Nature itself is the greatest teacher of patience. A tree doesn't grow tall overnight. It starts as a fragile sapling, enduring storms and seasons before reaching its full height. Similarly, the most meaningful things in life, deep relationships, fulfilling careers, or personal achievements, develop gradually. Think of a person learning a new skill, such as playing the piano. At first, their hands feel clumsy, and the notes come out disjointed. But with time, practice, and persistence, those awkward attempts transform into beautiful melodies. The key is patience, the willingness to keep going, even when progress feels slow. Why impatience is the enemy. Impatience often stems from our desire for control and certainty. We want immediate results, forgetting that the best outcomes require time to mature. This rush can lead to frustration, poor decisions, and even giving up entirely. For instance, consider someone starting a new business. In the early stages, success may seem distant, and setbacks are inevitable. Many give up too soon, not realizing they are just steps away from a breakthrough. Patience, in contrast, allows you to stay the course, adapt, and learn from each challenge. Patience is inner strength. Patience is not passive waiting. It's active endurance. It requires strength to trust the process and resilience to persevere through difficulties. As Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations, the art of living is more like wrestling than dancing, in that it stands ready for what comes and is not thrown by the unforeseen. When you cultivate patience, you develop a calm confidence that allows you to face uncertainty with grace. You stop forcing outcomes and start embracing the journey, finding strength in every step. Real-life examples of patience. Building relationships. Strong relationships take time to grow. Whether it's a romantic partnership or a deep friendship, trust and understanding are built through shared experiences and consistent effort. Career growth. Success in a career often involves years of learning, failure, and perseverance. J.K. Rowling, for example, faced numerous rejections before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Her story is a testament to the power of patience and persistence. Healing and growth. Whether it's recovering from heartbreak, loss, or personal setbacks, healing takes time. Rushing the process only delays genuine recovery. Patience allows us to grow stronger through our struggles. Practicing patience. 1. Set realistic expectations. Understand that meaningful progress takes time. Break big goals into smaller, manageable steps. 2. Focus on the present. Instead of worrying about how long something will take, concentrate on what you can do today to move forward. 3. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge and celebrate incremental progress. These moments fuel your motivation and remind you of your growth. 4. Cultivate a long-term perspective. Remind yourself that setbacks are temporary and often part of the journey. Success rarely follows a straight path. 5. Embrace the process. Learn to find joy and meaning in the journey, not just the destination. Each moment contributes to your growth. A final thought. Patience is a quiet strength that allows you to persevere when others falter. It's the power to trust in the unseen, to endure when results are slow, and to stay committed even when the path ahead is unclear. As the saying goes, good things take time. Trust in that truth. Whether you're nurturing a dream, building a relationship, or striving for personal growth, patience will be your greatest ally. Remember, it's not the speed of progress that matters, it's the consistency and resilience to keep moving forward. In time, the fruits of your labor will blossom, and you'll realize that patience is not just strength, it is the key to everything. Number 11. Love is priceless and it's worth the effort. Love is one of life's greatest paradoxes. It can lift us to unimaginable heights, yet it also demands patience, sacrifice, and resilience. True love is not a fairy tale of endless bliss. It's a profound connection that requires nurturing and effort. But for all its challenges, love remains the most priceless gift we can give and receive, a source of boundless joy and meaning in our lives. The essence of love. At its core, love is not just a feeling, it's a commitment. It's choosing to show up, to care, and to grow together despite imperfections and obstacles. Love requires more than passion. It calls for empathy, understanding, and the willingness to put someone else's needs alongside your own. As the philosopher Rumi once wrote, your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. Love is not always easy. Love isn't always effortless. There will be misunderstandings, disappointments, and moments when things feel fragile. But these struggles are not signs of failure. They are growth opportunities. Think of love as a garden. It flourishes when tended to with care, but wilts if neglected. The moments of difficulty are like storms that test the strength of your roots and the depth of your commitment. For example, consider a couple navigating the challenges of raising a family while balancing careers. Their days may be filled with stress, fatigue, and occasional conflicts. Yet, through patience, communication, and shared goals, they strengthen their bond. Each act of forgiveness and compromise becomes a brick in the foundation of their enduring love. The priceless joy of love. For all its challenges, the rewards of love are immeasurable. The warmth of a partner's embrace, the laughter shared with friends, or the pride in watching your child grow. These moments remind us that love is the essence of happiness. Material wealth may bring comfort, but it is love that brings fulfillment. Imagine the joy of reconnecting with an old friend, the gratitude of a parent for their child's support, or the quiet contentment of holding hands with your partner after decades together. These are the treasures of love, and no price tag can ever match their value. Love requires patience and grace. Love thrives on patience and understanding. It's about accepting imperfections, both in yourself and others, and finding beauty in the journey you share. As Marcus Aurelius said, when you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Love also requires a long-term commitment. It's not about grand gestures or fleeting passion, but about showing up every day with an open heart. It's in small acts, a kind word, a supportive gesture, or simply listening without judgment. These moments, though seemingly mundane, weave the fabric of a deep and lasting connection. The power of love to transform. Love has the power to transform not just individuals, but the world. When we act with love toward a partner, a friend, or even a stranger, we create ripples of kindness and understanding. A single act of love can inspire hope, heal wounds, and bridge divides. Consider the countless stories of people who found strength in love during the darkest times. A parent who sacrifices everything for their child's future. A friend who stands by you in moments of despair, or a stranger who offers compassion without expecting anything in return. These acts of love remind us of its incredible power. A final thought. Love is not always easy, but it is always worth it. It demands patience, grace, and effort, but it rewards us with joy, connection, and purpose. In a world often driven by material pursuits, love stands as a reminder of what truly matters. So cherish the love you have and nurture it with all your heart. Let it guide you through life's trials and celebrate its triumphs. As the poet Khalil Gibran wrote, "When love beckons to you, follow him, though his ways are hard and steep. For even as love crowns you, so shall he crucify you." It is in this paradox that the beauty of love lies, a treasure that is priceless, transformative, and deeply undeniably human. Number 12. Don't react. Cut them off with silence. Not every battle deserves your sword, and not every conflict warrants your energy. There is a quiet, unyielding power in silence, a power that can preserve your peace, reclaim your dignity, and sever the ties that weigh you down. Choosing silence is not cowardice, it's wisdom. It's the ultimate act of strength when faced with negativity, manipulation, or toxicity. Sometimes the best thing you can do for your soul is to stop explaining, stop arguing, and stop reacting. Cut them off with silence and let your absence do the talking. The office battlefield. In the workplace, where egos clash and ambitions collide, silence can be your sharpest tool. Imagine this. A colleague undermines you during meetings, taking credit for your work or subtly discrediting your efforts. Your first instinct might be to confront them publicly or retaliate in kind. But what if you chose silence instead? Not a submissive silence, but a deliberate, composed silence that refuses to engage in their petty games. Instead of arguing, you double down on your work, allowing your results to speak for themselves. You maintain professionalism, avoid unnecessary interactions, and let their negativity hang in the air, unanswered. Over time, their attempts to provoke or discredit you lose power because you've denied them the reaction they crave. In the end, your silence becomes your armor, and your consistent excellence becomes your greatest weapon. The friend who became a stranger. Friendships can be some of the most fulfilling relationships, but not all friendships are built to last. Toxic friends, those who exploit your kindness or belittle your dreams, can drain your energy and erode your self-worth. Confronting them often leads to defensiveness or further manipulation. So instead of engaging, you choose silence. For instance, imagine a friend who constantly dismisses your achievements or turns every conversation into a comparison. You've tried addressing the issue, but nothing has changed. At some point, you realize that their negativity is a reflection of their insecurities, not their worth. Rather than arguing or demanding change, you withdraw. You stop initiating conversations, attending events, or sharing your life with them. Over time, the friendship fades, not with drama, but with quiet intentionality. Your silence is not an act of anger, but a declaration of self-respect. The family you didn't choose. Family is often regarded as sacred, but even familial ties can become toxic. A sibling who constantly criticizes you, a parent who manipulates you through guilt, or a partner who disrespects your boundaries can be just as harmful as any external foe. In such cases, silence can be the most powerful response. Consider a situation where a family member consistently brings up past mistakes during gatherings, using your history to control or humiliate you. Engaging in arguments or defending yourself only perpetuates the cycle. Instead, you choose silence. You stop reacting to their provocations, limit your interactions, and if necessary, distance yourself entirely. Your silence is not an act of abandonment, but a decision to prioritize your mental health and emotional stability. The power of silence. Silence is not about avoidance, it's about strength. It's about refusing to let someone else dictate your emotions or consume your energy. When you cut someone off with silence, you take control of the narrative. You say without words that their actions are beneath your attention and that your peace is non-negotiable. Why silence works? 1. It starves negativity. Toxic people thrive on your reaction. By denying them the drama they seek, you strip them of their power. 2. It preserves your energy. Arguing and defending yourself can be exhausting. Silence allows you to conserve your energy for what truly matters. 3. It sets a boundary. Silence is a firm nonverbal boundary that communicates, "I will not engage with disrespect or toxicity." 4. It speaks louder than words. Sometimes, silence says more than any argument ever could. It leaves room for reflection, forcing others to confront their behavior. How to practice silent strength. 1. Know when to walk away. Not every battle is worth fighting. Recognize when silence is the wiser path. 2. Be consistent. Silence loses its power if it's inconsistent. Commit to your boundaries and don't waver. 3. Let go of guilt. Cutting someone off, even with silence, can feel harsh. Remember, prioritizing your peace is not selfish, it's necessary. 4. Focus on growth. Redirect the energy you would have spent arguing toward your growth and happiness. A final thought. To cut someone off with silence is not an act of cruelty. It's an act of courage. It's choosing yourself over the chaos they bring, choosing peace over pointless battles, and choosing strength over submission. As Rumi once said, the quieter you become, the more you can hear. In the silence you create, you will find clarity, strength, and freedom. So the next time someone tries to provoke or undermine you, remember, you don't have to react. Silence, wielded wisely, is a power no one can take from you. Let it be your shield and your legacy. Conclusion. The lessons shared by those who came before us are more than life experiences. They are guiding lights that illuminate our journey. They encapsulate wisdom, compassion, and the strength that comes from time. Once you truly understand and apply these lessons, they will transform you into the best version of yourself, stronger, wiser, and more fulfilled. Share these invaluable lessons with your loved ones. Spread the message and leave a comment with the affirmation, "I choose to learn and grow every day." Let this be your first step in committing to a life of continuous self-improvement and personal growth. Thank you for taking the time to read this article. Like, share, and comment to help us inspire even more people with these powerful insights. Remember, change begins with understanding and applying meaningful lessons. See you in future articles, where we'll continue to explore the path to becoming the best version of ourselves.